To Michael's point, last week, the House passed the HEROES Act in a largely partisan vote with fewer defections than I expected. In the end, just about everybody on both sides of the Democratic Party, the right and the left, got on board with it, even a few Republicans like Peter King. That bill then has made no progress in the Senate. The first 4 days of this week, in fact, had the Republicans saying at escalating volumes and intensities, they would not be doing anything for the next several weeks, that they were adopting a view of wait and see regarding additional aid. And this then culminated in the claim last night they were going to do a bipartisan standalone bill in the Senate that would allow increased flexibility for PPP loans, including extending the time to have the loan from 8 weeks to 16 weeks before you have to spend the money on it. What ended up happening is that was mostly a feint. They did not put that in front of a cloture vote. Cloture, of course, is when you have to get 60 votes. It's how most things happen. The only other way to make a bill pass through the Senate is to get unanimous consent, which means it never, ever basically happens, because there's always someone who holds it up for some reason, whether someone like a Rand Paul or a Bernie Sanders or someone else. And in the end, that's exactly what happened. But at the same time, suddenly last night, Mitch McConnell, who'd been saying up and down he was not going to move the HEROES Act, started saying, we do need a bill. We're going to need additional bill. And he said the standard for him is it's got to be under $1 trillion. Now, I heard that, and it confirmed Drew and our partners' priors, that this is how the Republicans are going to move toward agreeing on a bipartisan bill over the next several weeks. Begin by saying, I grant we need one. Here are my conditions on it. And we're likely going to see a movement to probably about $1.5 to $2 trillion. It'll probably include some amount of PPP flexibility as well as state and local aid as discussed. That's still the heart of the HEROES Act. But there's been a lot of other activity as well.